we're diving into a comparison of Model View Controller, MVC, and three-tier architecture. 1. Let's start with MVC, a software design pattern that separates concerns into three interconnected parts: the model, data and business logic, the view, user interface, and the controller, handling user input and updating the model in view. Think of it like this. The model is the database holding information, the view is what you see on the screen, and the controller acts as the middleman, taking your actions, like clicking a button, and updating the data and display accordingly. 2. Now, three-tier architecture is a different beast. It's a client-server architecture dividing an application into three layers: the presentation tier, what the user sees and interacts with; the application tier, business logic and processing; and the data tier, database and data storage. 3. The key difference is that MVC is a design pattern focusing on how code is organized within a single application, while three-tier is an architectural pattern defining how different parts of an application communicate across multiple layers and even potentially multiple servers. 4. You can think of MVC as being within a single tier of a three-tier application, often residing within the application tier. For example, the presentation tier of a three-tier system might use the MVC pattern to manage its user interface. 5. In terms of scalability, three-tier shines brighter. It's easier to scale a three-tier system by adding more servers to individual tiers as needed. More application servers, more database servers, etc. MVC, being primarily a design pattern, doesn't directly address this level of scalability. 6. However, MVC excels in terms of maintainability and testability. The separation of concerns makes it easier to modify or debug individual components without affecting others. 7. In simple terms, MVC focuses on how you organize your code for a specific part of your application, whereas three-tier defines how that part interacts with other parts of your application and other potential servers. 8. You can absolutely use MVC within a three-tier architecture. It's a common practice. The presentation tier might use MVC, the application tier could be built with a different design pattern, and the data tier is generally just the database system. 9. Choosing between them depends on your project's needs. For smaller projects, MVC might suffice, while larger, more complex applications will benefit from the scalability and modularity of a three-tier architecture, often with MVC incorporated within it. 10. Finally, both patterns aim to improve code organization, maintainability, and scalability, but they do so at different levels of the application structure.